Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. Very warm welcome at Inspiring Accountant. Thank you very much for joining us. We are over here for another topic, and today our topic of discussion is conflict management. Conflict management is part of our daily and routine life. We cannot remove and eliminate the conflicts in our life, but we can avoid conflict, we can manage conflict effectively, gracefully, so it should not hurt our relationships in our organization and at our homes. So, to discuss this very important, super important topic, I have invited Mr. Ghulam Muhammad Nasir to discuss this topic. He is expert of management and he is working with the top-notch companies of the world and multinationals. Currently, he is working with OMV Austria as head of department of HSE. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Sir, very warm welcome over here. Without wasting the time, we will move further towards the questions because our time is very short. So thank you very much for joining.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kamar. I really appreciate your efforts to enhance soft skill of professional accountant. In changing world of rapidly changing world of this artificial intelligence, these soft skills will be an important tool for professional to secure an important role in future business environment. And your contribution is very appreciated.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate really, and thank you very much for joining. Let's move towards our today's discussion. And my first and foremost question from you is, how would you define conflict and how would you define conflict management? So for our audience and for our people, then we can move further towards its depth.
Right. Actually, conflict for me is a gift of nature. It's a symbol of life, and it is an expression of diversity created by Almighty Allah. It seems contrary to the normal routine concept of conflict, but actually it is not. If we think the difference of opinion and disagreement on certain issue is a sort of conflict, then it is a positive because it helps you to reach an optimum solution of any given problem at any point in time. But if this dispute or disagreement or difference of opinion cross the limit and goes into dispute and the fight, then it becomes a dangerous element. So I think the only place in this world, at this earth, where we do not have conflict is a graveyard. Unless, it's a graveyard, people do not have any conflict. But in the life,
True.
It is inevitable, as you said, and it has a positive aspect, and at the same time, it has a negative aspect also. So if we keep it up to only difference of opinion and look for a different aspect of any problem, then conflict is, I think, it is beneficial. Now, coming to the management, one of our Urdu broadcaster, Mustansar Hussain Tarar, once said that you cannot boil an egg without an egg. So to boil an egg, you need an egg. So to manage a conflict, you need a conflict. But here, fortunately, you don't need to be creative to create a conflict. It is built-in feature of humankind, human nature. So I mean, it's there. We have to manage, and when we say we have to manage, it means, as you said in early statement, it will be there. We cannot avoid it. We have to keep it at a minimum level where we can get benefit and we can reduce the negative part. So it's an ongoing process.
Well, thank you, sir. This is a new perspective about the conflict management, that this is a gift of the God and it gives you even some opportunities to explore further. If you don't have conflicts, no difference of opinion, then new emergence will not come, new opportunities will not emerge. So definitely. So
Exactly.
let's move further. But the point and the challenge is that we need to manage them properly, so it should not affect the functions of organization performance. But somewhere down the line, people are not managing it properly. I would like to know your take. If it is not managed properly, how it can impact the performance of an organization?
One word or one sentence. If it is not managed properly, it can destroy business.
Ah,
You know,
yes.
organizations are to earn profit. They are organizations or business organizations are not charity or entity. They are here to deliver some service, some goods, some product at given standard, at given time, at a defined cost. And if due to conflict, these all elements are affected, it means non-standard product, delay in services, high cost, which means no profit, end of organization. Actually, the biggest thing which poor conflict management in the organization does is the damage to the morale of the people. And when morale of the people in any organization goes low, their productivity is finished. And when productivity is finished, it means organization is no more profitable.
Right, right. So we need to, like
So,
you are suggesting to the management, that they need some proactive steps to manage the conflict properly, and there should be a system of conflict management, that how conflict will be resolved if a conflict arise between the
exactly,
departments, between
exactly.
the people. Uh,
Yeah.
is- Am
Yeah.
I right, or there is
Actually,
some different?
the best, no, no, you are exactly right. I have worked in national, multinational companies, private companies, even Yogi owned some organizations in Europe, in Middle East, and in Pakistan. And in
Right, sir.
Pakistan also, I worked in some of the very good national companies also, which have very good systems in place to manage conflict. But unfortunately,
Right.
in Pakistan, 80 to 85% of the companies do not realize the importance of this conflict management.
Yeah, that is there. That is there. That's why people are going down. And as you are saying, it will destroy the business. And most of the business are destroying. Anyway, let's move further, sir. Thank you very much for giving a detailed management. And I would like to know from your expertise and from your experience and from your exposure of the different places of the world, that what are the best techniques, as you were saying that you have worked with the different organization, even different in different countries. So, what are the best techniques being used in the world for managing the conflicts? So, I would like to know your point of view on this one. Best methods, best techniques people are using to manage the conflicts.
Right. Very good. Yeah. Very good question. Actually, to manage a conflict in the best way, it has a two aspects. One is organization and second is individual. We can call employees individual. At organization level, best way to manage a conflict is to have a documented operational procedures where a very less space is left for interpretation and where there is a very less overlapping of responsibility. So having clear instruction, clear responsibilities, clear scope of work, clear job description. Number one. Number two,
Right.
good companies have good code of ethics, and they are transparent in their hiring, in their promotion, in their job assignment. and they
Right.
have very good grievances management system. Most of it. This is very important to have a good grievances. Despite of all proactive measures, there may be some grievances arising from the people. So there should be a open and transparent system of grievances management system in the organization. And one thing which is common between individual and the companies, that is about interpersonal relation or teamwork has to be in the annual appraisal. It has a weightage in annual appraisal assessment. Whether you call it MBO, KPI, in human resource system, their performance, while judging the performance, it is not only the work that is delivered, but it is the teamwork or how he or she has helped others to do the work. So
Right.
this is
Right.
organization level. If we come at the individual, one of my boss, he was from in time, he gave me a very good tip. So he said at individual level, to manage a conflict in the best way is be firm, be polite.
Be firm,
Whenever
be
there is
polite.
a disagreement or an argument on certain issue, be firm, be polite. It means control on the gesture, control on the tone, control on the body. It is the text who should speak the content of argument, not the body language, not the gesture, not the tone. Because what happened? This body language or gesture, they are more provoking than the words of an argument. So this individual level, one has to follow this be firm, be polite. And secondly, at individual level, try to give response. Whenever there is an agreement, do not give reaction. Try to give response. Reaction is always, it is spontaneously, it is not thoroughly judged, and then it makes problem later on. Response is calculated with way, and it has a impact on your opinion, on your what you are saying. It has a value. Actually, in practical life,
Right.
in an organization, there are two occasions where conflict or management, or I should say, one is become a vital. One is exchange of email, and second is in the meeting. How individuals respond on email to certain disagreement, and how individuals in the meeting on certain disagreement. To avoid this agreement, to aggravate and go to the dispute. So I will take one by one. For example, you receive an email, someone receive an email, and that there is a difference of opinion between two parties, and you want to respond, assert your point of view. So what I do, I tell you what I do, I drop the email and leave my seat. Go out, relax, have a fresh air, come back and have a second look. And with this delay in time, you have a time to judge that your arguments are based on the procedure, on the legal requirement, on systematic approach, or your arguments are just based on your wishes. So this is one on the email. And secondly, in the meetings, when difference of opinion arises and we want to avoid conflict going to dispute, one should have courage to say, I do not know. I will check and will come back. What happened? Actually, in the meeting, people go on talking on a topic, sometimes they don't know. So that makes a difference. So this is
True,
my
true.
2 points. And thirdly, at individual level, one should focus on the issue, not on the personality. Sometimes we have personality clash, and maybe somebody is saying a very positive point, but since we have personality clash in the office, so we'll take it a negative. So it's a very difficult thing, but separate personality from the issue to avoid argument, disagreement, going to conflict, going to dispute.
Great, great, sir. Thank you very much. So if I summarize, you have given us four techniques. The first one is be firm and be polite. The second one is take a second look. The third one
Yes.
is have a courage to say I don't
Yeah.
know. And the fourth one is that you should discuss the issue,
Yeah.
not the personality. Don't be judgmental. That's what you are saying. So these are
Yeah.
the best techniques. Very
Yeah.
wonderful
Yeah.
techniques, sir.
Very good.
And now I would like to know your personal
Very good,
experience,
Samir.
your personal how you have managed the conflict in your life, in your personal life, in your professional life. Give some examples from your experiences, sir.
You touched a sensitive topic. um, Personally, I learned a very hard way. Personally,
Right,
I learned very hard way. I was very, I used to flare up on little disagreement. I was in my early professional life, I was always having disagreement with my boss and with my colleagues, doing extra hard work or smart work, but I was not getting reward. Reward was going somewhere else. After my 7 year of early professional life, I was in an organization where my boss wrote in my appraisal, a person with lot of potential, with lot of interpersonal issues. So then I realized, then I realized that there is something wrong. And then
right,
that organization made me to go for some set of training courses, problem solving and decision making, and conflict management, personality development. There were, I remember there were 7 courses which I went through. And,
right.
and next year, my appraisal was excellent. Next year, my appraisal was excellent. Only thing I changed was my style of work. I was teamwork. I was avoiding conflict. I was managing conflict. Not only avoiding, you have to, in a conflict, you have to make a selection. Some conflicts are to be well left. Do not touch it. Remain unless it is touching your integrity, your honesty, or your personal matters, your values. Then I think those one should not interfere with those conflict. Just let it be there. Let it sleep be there, unless it is coming to you. But so coming to my own personal experience, with that change, I look the world in a different angle.
Great.
Now, after so many years working in national and multinational companies, now I have realized some facts of life. Number one, no one is perfect in this world, including me. I am one of them. No
True.
one is perfect, except as a Muslim, I believe Payghambar Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is perfect person. But given the circumstances at the moment, in our era, no one is perfect, including me. So I have also some lackness. We all are different. No one is similar. Third fact, I know the same picture appears different if it is looked from different angle. Same picture. So if there one point at one point, two person will have a different opinion and both may be right.
Yeah, it may be 6 or
Before
9.
this,
You are
my
looking.
point was sorry.
I'm saying it may be 6 or 9. You are sitting on the other
I
side of the
couldn't.
table. You will see it 6. I will see it as a 9.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. In one of my training session, the trainer told me old times there were talkies, movies. One person was you can see the movie on both sides. Screen was in between. So the left
Right.
on the left person sitting person said the hero opened the door on the right with the right hand, and the other side said hero opened the door with left hand. Both were right. So
Right.
this I learned that on same point there can be two right opinion, and we have to accept it. And fourthly, I realized that a law of physics, which is called inertia, it is more true for the human being. Matter, as law of inertia says, matter doesn't likes to be changed. It likes to be remain in the phase or in the state as it is. So actually, human beings do not change easily. So we should not expect that people will change, in a short span of time. So with this realization, I have a different angle of conflict management. And once Dale Carnegie said, one of my earlier, before reading to Stephen Covey and Brian Tracy, I read Dale Carnegie. Later on, I went to other gurus of human resources. But Dale Carnegie said that you can win the debate, but actually you lose. And what you lose is the goodwill. And sometimes
Yes.
that loss of goodwill have a heavy cost. So
That is true.
actually on this topic, if you allow me, at the end, I had a few Punjabi verses, दो शेर हैं पंजाबी
Sir,
के जो मैंने खुद लिखे हैं.
sir, you can share, but before you go for that, there is a question from the audience. Question is from Mr. Amar Tufail, and his question is how to handle a boss who never missed an opportunity to blame you and always forget to recognize your efforts no matter to what level you are committed and dedicated. So if you
It's
would
very
like to
easy. I
respond.
have been. It's very easy. I tell you, very easy. First of all, you have to bring your boss in comfort zone. Sometimes bosses are threatened by juniors and they don't want to be exposed in front of them. Never expose them, never tell them that you have this weakness, but help them to overcome that weakness without realizing. And this is not a job. It will take some time. And always help your boss to help his or her boss. When his or her boss will be happy because of your output, difficult bosses get settled. This is my experience.
Thank you, sir.
Never
There is
give
another.
up. And you are not here to compete. You are not here to compete the boss.
Yes. There is another answer from the audience. They are saying
Yeah,
change
please
the
go ahead.
boss. There is another answer from the
Yeah,
audience. They are saying change the
bosses
boss.
do.
Well, thank you very much, sir. You can go for this.
No, I will say boss is king.
you can go for this Punjabi poem.
Yeah, please. Okay, I continue with this. Okay, it's not poem, it's only two, दो शेर हैं और
सही
वो
है.
इसी मौजू पे हैं. How to lose, how to accept losing the dignity. It's not always you win. Sometimes you win, but actually you lose. So ये इस मौजू पे ये मैंने कुछ लिखा है.
Sir.
की ਹੁੰਦਾ जे हर ਜਾਂਦਾ मैं की ਜਾਂਦਾ मैं ਉਸ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੀ ਮੰਨ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜੇ ਹਰ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਉਸ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੀ ਮੰਨ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ ਟੁੱਟੇ ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇ ਲੱਭਦਾ ਫਿਰਦਾ ਜਿੱਤ ਕੇ ਵੇ ਮੈਂ ਹਾਰ ਗਿਆ ਹੁਣ ਟੁੱਟੇ ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇ ਲੱਭਦਾ ਫਿਰਦਾ ਜਿੱਤ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਹਾਰ ਗਿਆ
Well, great, sir. Great. MashaAllah. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for joining, explaining this topic.
Any question?
No, thank you very much. And I think we were well on time, and we have concluded our time also. Thanks for your efforts. Thanks for coming and for preparing and for giving answers and telling us some best of the techniques which we can use for the conflict management. Thank you for your time. I would just like to conclude this session.
Thank you.
I would just like to conclude with this session with one quotation that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but they will not forget how you let them feel. So this one from the talk of Mr. Ghulam Muhammad Nasir, that be firm but be polite. Don't let people to feel that you sometimes like obey them or sometimes annoy them. Don't annoy them, just respond to them. So this is very important. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. See you again on the next show. Thank you, dear all viewers. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
I would like to thank each and everyone who joined. Kareem, FCMA, then Abid Ali, Muhammad Ali, Amar Tufail, Amna Hussain, Nafar Hussain, Tanoli. Some of my friends are joining from the UK, and Mustahsan Ali, and that's all. Thank you very much, and thank you for your love, and thank you for being over here. Thanks a lot. Thank you, sir.